I would like you to listen to me very carefully. If you are a student, a creator, or a developer, and you are not using these specific AI tools, you are working 10 times harder than you need to. We enter 2026. The era of one AI for every single task is over. We have entered the era of AI ecosystem. You already know the general tools. They are incredible logic engine. But today, I'm showing you the specialist tools. I will show you the AI that read 50 textbooks without crashing, the one that can build app you actually can click that, the ones that see news in the real time. Let's build your 2026 toolkit. Let's start with the foundation, learning and research. All the top AI models are great at explaining simple concepts. But have you ever tried to feed them 5 different textbooks and ask them to find connections? They often hallucinate. They get overwhelmed by the sheer amount of data. If you are a student or a researcher in 2026, your specialist is Google Gemini paired with NotebookLM. This tool fundamentally changes how we study. You don't just chat with it, you upload your actual source material, your lecture slides, your PDFs, your thesis papers. Its ground is answered only in the data you gave it. This means the accuracy is incredibly high. But here's the future that is going to save you hours of time. It's called audio overview. What happened when I click this?
Have you ever, say, checked your bank balance or made a payment online and just not worried? You just trust that the number you see is correct, that the money won't vanish if the server crashes halfway through.
What you eat isn't a pre-recorded audio show. That is the AI digesting your specific note and turning them into an engaging podcast. Imagine walking to the gym while listening to the perfect summary of your homework. This is why Gemini is the specialist for students. It handles volume better than anyone else. Now you have mastered research, but understanding is passive. Now you need to build something. You need to write code, create a dashboard, or design a web tool. Generalists are fantastic at writing logic for the code, but often you need to copy the code, open VS Code, set up a server, and hope it runs. That is friction. The specialist for builders in 2026 is Claude 3.5 Sonnet. I want you to watch the right side of the screen. This is a feature called Artifact. When I ask Claude to build this app, it doesn't just give me a block of code to read. It opens a dedicated window and renders the application live. I can interact with it. I can test the button. I can say make the short below. It feels like having a senior developer sitting next to you. For visual coding, Claude is essential. Okay, you have the build. Now you need to communicate it. You need to write the email or the thesis to sell your idea. We all use standard AI for brainstorming. It is great as structure. However, when it comes to the final draft, standard AI text feel like corporate template. It is polite but lack of soul. For the final polish, we stick with Claude. The reason is the nuance. I ran a blind test asking both models to write a sensitive email declining a promotion. Look at the standard model on the left. It's rude. The decision isn't a replication of my commitment. It sounds defensive. It sounds like a lawyer wrote it. Now look at Claude on the right. It's rude. The timing just isn't right. I want to be more present at home. That is the difference. Claude sounds like a person, not a machine. My advice? Use standard AI to structure your argument, but use Claude to write the words. Now we have one massive blind spot left. News. How do you check what is happening right now? Most people use BBC or CNN and start doom scrolling. You have to click 5 different articles and read 2000 words just to understand the state of the world. If you want the download of the entire world in seconds, the specialist is Grok. I ran a test for today, January 2nd. On the news site, I had to dig through tabs. But look at Grok. In one simple prompt, it gave me the deadly fire in the Swiss Alps, Trump's diplomat recall, and the NYC mayor's inauguration. It filtered out the noise and gave me just the signal. If you need to know the trend for the mainstream media, Grok is your radar. So, stop trying to do everything with just one tool. Use the ecosystem. The people who win in 2026 won't be the ones who work the hardest. It will be the ones who use the right tools for the job. I want you to try that audio overview. If it is save you time, hit subscribe. I will see you in the next one.